season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Wilson to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wilson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. White's numbers from a week ago, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. White again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
York able to send this one through.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Colts send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he He's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Giving it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 1. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Nighthawks have taken the lead.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Wilson.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
First down, here's White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives. And
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Mack. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's off the mark, incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Here's White. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. second down, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On first down, Wilson.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Holding. Offense.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Rashad White
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Nighthawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Kamara up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On the draw, it's White. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Rashad White
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Nighthawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was all finished off by a touchdown catch from Rashad White.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Kittle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wilson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Yetur Gross-Matos
in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground with White. Oh, good move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Second and 4.
They run straight ahead here with White, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter. Runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now back to the ground game with White.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Rashad White
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Nighthawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Play action. Now Wilson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they get their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Running out of the gun with White. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
On the draw, here's White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to Oklahoma City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And Diggs and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on third down today, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They keep it on the ground. White again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First down, here's White.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw again is Wilson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. On 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll go up the middle with White, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On the handoff, this is White. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Wilson. He completes it to Boyd. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing again here, Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12.